see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back. You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had owls from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. Is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua! Clive! It's Gav! army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
Пацаненка еще спасти надо, то он в себе ультиму заключил. Зачем, непонятно только.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust she'll be waiting for me in Tabor.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw.
It seems the hideaway's lost
Blasted
its...
book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a...
Are you sure it's me you're looking?
I'm all the... You remember Ivan's stew, right? So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed...
It was.
Yeah, but...
I've never.
A fresh...
Fan.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help.
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, which almost certainly means they had... If...
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I don't. They were.
Lawsman,
Valicia, a culinary pilgrimage. A young man did a wonderful job with...
That's actually why I'm...
Now,
dragon livers.
one would have been so innocent. I may best hand.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires? Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's man? Why would he be in Martha's rat?
Топки, как из рога изобилия, посыпались. Не было. Тут решили прям со всех сторон. Под конец.
Is everything all right? Good. You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means. Oh, I think...
It's all...
She'd never do business with... I wanted her. She'd...
Don't worry. Of course.
Ну просто вот до половины игры их там 3 задания, там 2 задания. В какой-то момент их вообще не будет, как в начале.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die. You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop.
What do you reckon we should do? I say...
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No.
Well, not anymore.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed up.
Miss Middledore?
Because that's...
Miss...
Well, then your work is...
The take...
Speak for yourself.
You... All right. Every piece, if even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know. This tiny piece.
I have.
She puts the...
That's right.
I remember... You know what? So...
Not a... These round parts are called the pans. You all know.
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens. To fry, but these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. Then, what if I wanted to weigh goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to...
I'll think about it.
Hold things.
Good thinking. So, now that...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll...
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it.
And the arms go on the body. And then the arm...
Very good.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right. Yeah.
What do you think?
With a little...
You hear that?
Until then, though...
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
homecoming, Sid.
Well?
It was a thankful.
I should.
Sid.
She told
no. She's working to give them a better life.
You've given them far more than that.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Lady Karen.
Not nearly as far.
You're doing good trade then.
Carker, what exactly? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs, huh?
Just...
Oh. Are you?
All I know is that someone in Dalamil...
And what? You believe it? Look. I've done things I'm not proud of, but that woman is no more.
You're right, Lady Karen. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing...
Of course. I spoke with... that the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they, along with some other things, that... And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught. But why would people say she was?
No, but people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to that trader. He said they were all talking about her in Dalamil, so that's where I'm going.
Are you sure that's wise?
Oh, but that's why...
It's like a dream. The 4 of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Kandor was attacked...
Ага. Под конец игры. И куча доп. Задания.
Fate seemed bent on driving me from my inn. They want me out? Gonna have to try harder.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity. There's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
My lord Marquis, it is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward.
Of course.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for...
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's currents, and what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left the subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, the gears of governance have ground to a halt. The realm threatens to drift. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid.
That sounds like...
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several
Alas.
I have lost contact with two of them. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may...
So you want me to find? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose...
Thank you, my lord.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures are...
To the meadows, then.
Get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Right, yeah. No, with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Seems the hideaway has lost its...
So,
I did...
and what precisely will I be cooking?
Blueback.
Ah, now let's... And here we have... So, not.
What the... It is a tour de force. A force of...
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't...
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy,
Shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping lot.
Perhaps.
Fuck! How the hell did they... The finest sellswords to be, I know something more.
I found someone who says he's heard the rumors.
Have you?
Go on.
All right, it's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to her. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war. And the more war being waged. And who will they all... Why, the good...
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her...
Here in Delamil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, but it'd be now.
Sorry.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper?
Not unless she's discovered.
Eh?
Lady, and I'll... You too, Goods.
What a mess. Where do we... You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I...
It was a fairly unconvincing... So,
That's up to die a slow death, boys.
leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Да вообще они такие тут какие-то странные в этом городе все. Прям очень странные. Я, в принципе, так и знал, что бабка не может продавать налево и направо оружие наше.
When the Borgwin finds out you've killed his, he only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim. You weren't.
What were you going?
The Borgwin wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to. Then, well,
You know. I need to find Goods.
Get your filthy paws off me!
Stop calling me and stop spreading them horrible lies about.
For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she.
Goose.
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life, and the lives of that loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. And I will not allow it to. Goots, was it? I have only with your run along now.
No.
No.
Ща он его
Don't
нахлобучит.
care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Goots. No.
Enough, all of.
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years, though it was just Bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing... What was it we called you? What?
You. Everything that happened, it was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goose, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we lost an eye for an eye? Wise words, wise. And now, it's time to collect.
Бабуля чисто голосом почикал.
Is he?
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean?
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? But what if it...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me the Wet Legs are right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Видишь, они заразы в саб-квесты позасовывали, типа истории как-то тех, кто в убежище живут. Вроде как интересно послушать. А вроде как и время тянут.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go...
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again. And...
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself then. He'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us with.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are standing by.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in... I already told...
Please! These men are trying...
I'll deal with this.
You that one?
Or you can go back to...
Oh, you're more than welcome. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their...
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one. I arrived in Dalamil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more. And his men make...
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to...
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these...
Not at all. Now, second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail. There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved.
I'm not.
Then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wells.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager... I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being...
Bandits.
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but...
Which way did they go?
South.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Let's try. Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by, as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive. And I'm fine, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of...
I shall return to Northreach right away, but allow me to thank you first.
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and speaking of which, I received word from both my associates.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects were...
I am afraid that Grim would be... Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work, and we must work together.
As it is mine.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine. Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Hey, Dill. Where are you off to now, then? Famed for the Free Cities, perhaps?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
The ether flood. It swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. It's only...
I'll go.
Forgive me, Lord Kuka.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to...
Good. I got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting.
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor.
His wounds were...
He was right to send you. Those things. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here. You seem familiar.
You must have me confused with someone else.
Son of a whore. I was there in Kosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who fought.
What of my ill will? Coward! Drog.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep...
No. Our Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will find you, Sid.
Ну, что там будет, да. Мне кажется, он не будет собираться или не сможет.
halfway there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloedanites who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues,
Do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Шикарная сцена, и музыка шикарная была.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the Apollo... meant. Even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yode.
Let's find our friends.
She cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold enough to heed her call? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes, and a passing caravan carried with dready...
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any crystals...
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university.
The universe?
Yes, in my... I'm here in the... namely, the otherwise undocumented origin.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember?
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bone.
That Cyril fella's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalman. Not a scratch on it.
Have you noticed the Elder has been cold?
Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made a pottage for me. Decent quarry's been hard to find since the skies turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar. The engravings were in good repair.
Oh, what that I could have seen. Look up. Don't tease me now. What? Let's...
Guardians of the Crystal. The first stones of Tabor. Sacred... I'm pretty sure that was...
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with... But whatever could have driven... The engraving...
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor. This is proving most enlightening.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the Lettle Three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's found 3 engravings. 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, little wonder it was so difficult. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is...
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva, then?
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities under siege?
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Don't get surrounded. Fly, Ambrosia. Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This thing reeks. Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, clear. Do not.
The free cities under siege?
straight home now.
Nie, Illucha my szansy nie dałby.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy? Come on. Run like the wind. Better already.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
И специально, да? 3 задания в 3 разных локациях.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems our barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them on, but we ain't got nowhere for him to bed. I'd build him a new barrack. Where would I put him? There just ain't enough, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us...
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more, but there's only so many we can shelter with the room. We can't keep cramming more. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no but.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of me?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about
it. Was a tragedy, and if any of us got what's the blood, a bat would have. And I've of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade.
And you, Lord Rosfield.
I spoke with Mark. She tells me you have plans to free
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us. And then there are the bearers. Men and women who found the courage. We need somewhere to settle them.
And as can I, which is why I agree.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that
So?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely... A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with them. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come. Make sure I'm not taken.
I can't ask you to bear all that...
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place or face the consequences. That's the end of that then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a...
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living. It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. Leave it with me.
masters?
No. We're the master.
That's all of them. And not a now to begin the important work of it won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their... The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my...
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while... What's all this about? Some shapeshift? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own. What
I suppose it will be.
What else? Sir Wade said it. There's plenty...
Did Wade say that?
Well, Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need. Fine.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you. As I trusted your...
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, but his revenge...
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since...
But what of Lostwing?
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, my comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight. But there are those among us who cannot. I would place but a village home only to the frail and the... And so, Clive, I find myself... Will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said the people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black...
Understood.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. And may Griga guide us. All of...
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
Quinton has asked that you... You can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master. We owe him our lives. So we ain't... If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's because he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to see justice.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left.
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to court. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. They're all gonna fucking die.
Sid! Don't worry, we can't let...
All right. Where is this man?
Promise.
Let's go.
Заходи в Final Fantasy.
Clive, look.
Don't tell me we're too
Я
late.
хочу сегодня по максимуму пройти. Тут уже чуть-чуть осталось. Я говорю, хочу по максимуму пройти. Тут чуть-чуть осталось совсем.
But I am alive.
Да пойдем. Завтра пойдем в Хант.
They followed me without question all the way here.
This must be the guard dog, Quinton. I'll hold it off.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no more guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be cut down.
Что это за 3 точки? 4 точки, 5 точек? Это что? Нужно слово угадать. Первая буква П.
If only we'd arrived. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear, just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause.
Буква П.
It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? faithful comrades. All those lives lost, so that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about...
Следующий и буква R. Есть такая буква?
There's more bad. It's lost.
What? Lost wing. Lost wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool. Damn it. It's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
To get back to Quentin. Quentin! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one.
No, Master Quentin.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all...
I've thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and I prayed, and you did. Can't we just go back to how it was? You know.
Your work ain't over yet, Master. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? Why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they felt that Lost Wing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing. Right?
A fresh one life ends, and why just a village? We could build... What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quinton.
Please. I am nobody's Master Quinton. Wilson, after all. We are. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after...
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing, and I have a feeling that this year's vintage, if you don't mind waiting, that...
I look forward to it.
We're going to do this, will we?
Clive, it just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents would that...
Why, your fearlessness.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the... Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their master. None remain free for long, of course. Most find them, but the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for it.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers...
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more.
So where does my skill with a blade...
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far, and we believe we have found one. Cashlock. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman.
How could I refuse?
Excellent.
Все быстренько начали как это развиваться и искать места себе под шумок.
Of course, leave everything with me. So I will, even if I begin right. So I'd better try to clear the place out.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread.
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Good girl. Faster!
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat. Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full...
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him. How did you fare down?
It's done.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her she'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished.
Right. Eloise, I just got back.
Thank you, Clive. Here. Well then, now that you have laid the ground, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bear...
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been... I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they... But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any...
I'm not sure I do.
Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one he represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the big...
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had...
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven, but this was not the life my sister wanted. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister... And I want to repay the favor. By letting her live her own... But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show, though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust...
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, these bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravan.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
How may I help you today, Clive? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
not for the Undying's aid, I would be long dead. Grant them your trust, and they will repay you with their loyalty.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into Tyres?
My Lord Marquis, that some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there. Both.
It's true.
I have many fond memories. When I was a child, we would visit. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away.
Oscar.
But my training is not yet...
I warned you I'd rebuild her.
Thank you.
Ничего, ты шо? Ой, помойка — это ужасное место. Сейчас там пацаны подключатся, если что, напихают тебе. Что там за процессор у тебя? Я по стриму посмотрю. Получилось найти SSD-шник? Где Ryzen? Ну, вроде неплохой. Ну, как могут. Они же тоже не разбираются, как и все мы. Ну, нормальный процессор. 9800, то есть интеловский аналог у тебя. SSD-шник надо поменять тогда, и все будет нормально. Все остальное будет летать. Ну и оперативку, наверное, подкинуть. Если там у тебя 8 стоит, то надо бы еще плашку на 8, чтобы 16 хотя бы было. Вот. Скорее всего, и правда из-за SSD подтупливают. Потому что HDD может быть старый уже, он не вывозит просто. И все. Как плоские прямоугольнички. Вот это они. Блять. Не как плата. Блять, сейчас. Секунду. Я тебе написал. Ну, SSD-шник он лишним никогда не будет, поверь мне. Даже если ты комп будешь менять, ты просто вытащишь его и все. Как бы и Перекинешь потом в обновленный комп.
Sounds like thunder.
We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Uncle Byron.
It's really you! I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people? Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship? The mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed.
Огры огромные.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rosfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sleipnir of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back. is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Mythos. Yes! One is seldom enough. I do not agree.
Actually, I wouldn't. Thanks, boy. I'll give it that.
Enjoying yourself? Give me more! 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 The vessel is strong. My liege.
Чистый козел попался.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Я думал, я спать пойду сейчас.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing. No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
You are as weak as all the rest.
Joshua!
Oi! Oi! This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning, and they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
you be alright?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. Alright?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You lot mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak.
your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.